Welcome. Welcome to the Windows 8 and 10 and Linux Errata. I haven't done a Windows Errata so far because there really hasn't been a need. So for Windows and Linux we'll start with that, and of course that's just going to be warnings. There are no errors, there's just a warning. On Windows though there is an error, and I knew about it. Nothing special, so we'll do it. We'll do it now. Amber SL task JSON build test. No, we'll build Amber SL. Yeah. Thank you, tasks. It's possibly going to be the last build as well. Right, source. Let's see, where do we want to start? Models. No, maths. Maths. This is one I know I've made. This is actually a warning which I didn't think would come up. But I don't think very well, do I? So it's this. To radians. And it's a static inline, returns degrees, but MPi is a double. That is not a float. There's too many numbers there. When I read it out, I was thinking to myself, that's a double. God damn it. So it's going to return a double, not a float. No, can't have that. So we're going to static cast it. And that's easy to do. We just put static cast to a float, and we just open those lovely brackets, open the lovely window, and close the lovely brackets. Yeah, nice. There we go. Easy. That's just a warning. It's not an error. It's just a warning. So I'm sorry, but I don't like warnings, and I won't ignore them. They will come back to bite you one day. So toolbox updated in maths. Next one is one that I actually knew about and I ignored, completely ignored, and it will be in the object loader, OBJ loader. Here we go. And it's all of these, because if you go, where are we? We're right down at the bottom here. If you remember, we had to do, I had trouble with arrays here. Well, we have trouble with arrays elsewhere for exactly the same reason. And I had to do this a bit on the fly, and change my mind from arrays to vectors. I'm going to have to do it again. Yikes. So these are static casts to an int, because that faces returns a size t. Yeah, thanks. So static, it will ask you, did you really want to do this? And of course, well, the answer is yes, of course we do. Oops, don't do cast like that. So it's a static cast to an int, and that's just an open bracket, and it's put the bracket in. Nope, it hasn't. It's 3 brackets at the end. Is that correct? Yeah. So let's do it. Copy, paste. I'm just thinking, I've got a bracket I don't need actually. We don't need the bracket. It's already got one. No, it should be 2 brackets at the end. Not shift bracket. Come on. Oh well. Okay, let's pop these 2 in then. There we go, that's it done. That's all it needed. Static cast int, open bracket, faces times, blah blah blah, close brackets. Brilliant. Object loader complete. that's all the warnings done for static casting. Yeah, that's how few we have. We had two warnings. I used, to get this errata list, I used, what did I use? Visual Studio 2017. We're using a C++17 setup model. I just ran it through once and there you go. It all just came up and I thought, yeah, I know what that is. He was like, thanks. Now, if you remember this, well, terrain, when I did the terrain video, the update video, I mentioned that Microsoft will probably want us to do the same. And unfortunately, yes, it will want us to do the same. So we're going to have to go back to our terrain and alter it. Here we go, terrain. And we're in this bottom section, aren't we? So generate terrain. It's all of this lot. I thought it would allow us to use the constants, but it won't, because they're not constant, a constant like int. They're not a constant as in the fact that they are a variable here. That's a variable name. And C++17, it has decided that even that can't be used because it can be abused. It's all about security, and we can't do this here. So, how would we change it? Well, we'll get ourselves a cup of coffee and change it. And we would have to go to terrain H though. And we will have to put something in. Coffee. And it's vector that we need to put in. Bling! Lovely. Save that out. Thank you. And terrain CPP. I'm just going to redo this lot. Starting with vertices, yeah. So leave a line. I'll do that in a second. std : vector. Let's go. Vector. Vertices is a float. Whoops. A float, I said. Not a flossed. Oh, God. Float. And we are just going to call it vertices, aren't we? Yeah. The next one is a standard vector. I love the way this doesn't create errors. Oh, it might do actually. Float. The next one was normals. You can see the problem already. Yeah, that's looking good there. More. Yeah. Helps if I read what I'm typing. And then we'll have a std vector. Simple conversions, it actually looks better in my mind. So it's float, texture chords, that one. And the last one, it's only 4 at this point. Vector. And the last one is an unsigned int. And that is indices. Lovely. We have what we need. So that goes. That goes. That goes. That goes. All we need now is to take each one of these. Oh. That goes. Because we don't need it. because it's not vertices like that. It is dot push back, open brackets, and close brackets. So does that relate? It does. That's nice. So go from the dot to the bracket. No. Copy, and all I'm going to do is copy and paste the pushback. It shortens the line, which is amazing. Using vectors is more expensive than arrays, which is why I wanted arrays here. The iterator on an array, how it manages to go access the array, is a lot better, a lot quicker. But as we're only storing and then throwing them off to somewhere else, there's no difference in speed at all. It's just that we have these extra iterators that get destroyed, which is fine. I mean, it's not a problem. I prefer the vectors, to be honest. It's going to make doing the height maps interesting, as you will see. Should be fun. I'll work it out. Don't you worry. I'll work it out. It's not hard, really. I'll be honest, because we've actually done it here already. This is a height map setup. You get binned. You get binned. So we're actually saving quite a lot, although we're adding a load of iterators, which is fine. Why did I just do that? Why don't I just put Shift Alt with Control V? There you go, it does it for me. At least this editor can do something, thank God, at the end of the day. It's the only thing I've found useful on this editor, which is fine. I mean, it does what it's supposed to, so that's absolutely fine. Will it catch up? Say yes, yes, okay. These are now all addresses. Address. Address. And address. And it's the address of the first item. Like that. Just put 0 there on them. The first item stored. That's what I want the address of. So it's just the same, but of course we've now got all these size ofs which we can't have. So let's do those, and it's going to be, I'll call it indie. Indie size equals, it's going to be a static cast, isn't it? Yeah, static. It's going to be exactly the same, static cast. So you can see the format's exactly the same as in the object loader, the OBJ loader. So you can't work out the size until you've actually done all the pushbacks, because you need a static cast to an int, which I haven't done. Home key, int, end key. There we go. So it's that, and it's going to be indices dot size, and we need this in bytes, times the size. It's an unsigned int, isn't it? It doesn't matter, I'm putting a static cast on it anyway. It's the size of and unsigned int, and then we have to add the last row, which is 6 of them. You can see them here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to add the last one because the array will use that as the end marker. So that is, yeah, +6. That's it. And that's the line we've got. So that copy replaces that. Paste. It wants int, so it's getting an int. Now let's do the next line then. So it's going to be int, and it's going to be, what's the next one? Vertices, so that's vert size equals that line again, copy, but it's not +6 because we only did 3 at a time, didn't we? So it's 3, so it's +3. Oh, that copy replaces that size up there. Next, we have int text size equals, that should be vertices. Copy and paste errors coming in. Copy, paste, and change that to texture. Cool. Oh, that was a bad one. Missed. Try again. Texture. Cohorts. Silly me. And that's text size. Copy. Size of texture coordinates becomes text size. Nice. You can see how this goes, can't you? It's not rocket science. Norm size. Here we go. Equals. I'll use that one again. It's shorter line. Copy, paste. Normals dot size. Right, and size ofs. So these were floats. Float. Yeah. Okay. I'm happy. So that's a float. That's a float. And last but not least, that's a float. Bet you didn't see that coming. There we go. The size is in bytes, not as in the size of the object itself. It needs to know every byte. So I'm happy with that. Let's check it out, shall we? We have JSON here set up to do a build. So let's go to our terminal and we'll run the build task. Warning, unused count isn't used. Int norm size. Oh, we didn't put it in. Okay. So norm size, let's put it in. Copy, paste. Take this off. Norm size and normal 0, yeah. And it's telling me now that that isn't used. Fair enough. Not used, take it out. Terminal, run build task. Ah, that's better. No warnings. Right, we've got a bonus. because I'm doing this after I've done the testing. Well, you didn't know that. There you go, to prove it. I did the testing yesterday on Thursday. So after doing testing, I went over to Windows to see if there was an errata to do, and of course I found it. But we do have a test to satisfy as well. So let's build it. There's my test. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Whoa. Wait. What? Oh, come off. It worked first time. No extra little block off the end here. Alright, okay, fair enough. This texture that I did, because of the reflectivities that we added into the shaders, where the spray can has done a blend, I get this nice little shiny bits down. Look at that, that's nice. So really look at that at a bit more distance. You've got the little shiny bits, you've got the dark patches. You've got everything that I ever wanted. There we go. And of course my example movement. This is a 30 meter by 30 meter, and I'm not going to tell you how I got to it, but how I got to this picture. Go watch the tests. It's quite fun. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I am more than happy with that. I want to know if I come up with a warning here. No, I don't. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe that's what we're causing the warnings. Could well be because the arrays wouldn't have been accessed properly. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm happy. Delete. 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 Oh, I love it when I can delete stuff. So much nicer than writing it. And everything else looks, and it does look a heck of a lot better. Everything's in positions which you can, it reads better. You've got your setup, you've got your initialization, you've got your 2 for loops, then you've got your sizes, and then you've got your loaders. So now you know how I got to the sizes a bit better than those silly 3x3x God knows what's in the object OBJ loader. I could, the times is I could put size ofs. Done. Terrain is now done. That is now done. And that, folks, is everything. Wow. So that was Window plus Linux. It's not an errata. Well, it's an appendum. It's an errata because it was an error. I'm going to classify that as an error and hold my hand up using arrays when I should have used a vector. I'll hold my hand up to that one. It's C++17 standard, and I should have written it in the C++17 standard. My fault. Sorry. There we go. Our test is, ooh, big. Not. There isn't actually any source, is there? That's useless. Yeah. Oh well, I'm not going to show you what it is. Go find out. It's fun. It's all good fun, and thank you for putting up with my erratas. They're a bit of fun for me, because I have to work out what the heck's going on. I'll catch you in the next videos, so take care, and above all, please have fun.